I'm going to give you a few more resources to help you learn more about the document outline algorithm if you're interested in knowing more about it, if you want to understand it more thoroughly. Like I said, it's not something that's super important to understand. I think it's really good to know about, really good to talk about. It's good if you want to troubleshoot, like, hey, why is my outline from my outline tool looking a certain way? Because there's two things going on. The first thing that's going on, and the most important thing, is you want to convey the importance of the different topics on your web page using heading tags H1 through H6. That's the first and most important thing. H1 through H6 to convey the importance of the different topics on your page. The second thing that's going on is there's this document outlining algorithm, and it not only takes into consideration H1 through H6, but also nav, article, section, aside, and body. Body, that's the word I just said there. So it takes all that into consideration and creates an outline from the document outline algorithm perspective. And so I just want you to be aware that that's out there. As you read about in the documentation, you'll understand what it is, have some sort of cursory sense of how it works, and then here are some more resources for you, files to explore how it works more thoroughly. So there are different experimentations that you could go through and different exercises you can work on. And then there's a concept of sectioning roots, which are a few tags which will create a whole new section which isn't in from the document outline perspective, creates a whole new outline that's separate from that outline, sectioning roots. So if you want to understand the document outline algorithm in more detail, you could come in here to O6 implicit sections, and you could experiment with this. You could comment some of this code out and see how it runs. Like I comment all that out, and okay, then what's that outline? What's it give me? Or if I comment all this out, what's it give me, right? So you can experiment with that and see what kind of outline you're getting, and get to know the document outline algorithm more. And then there's some exercises in here where, again, you could do little examples and it'll ask you certain questions. What's this outline going to look like, right? And so is this going to be a subheading or a subsection or a new implicit section, right? So some exercises there. I don't think it's worth our time in video to go through this all thoroughly in person on video together, because that's a little bit too much overkill, but those resources are there for you if you want to understand the document outline algorithm in more depth. The last thing which is really valuable here is there are some examples from MDN, and then also even our course. Like I kind of did that one problem I was telling you about. How would you get the outline from our course to appear in HTML? So I think those are really worth looking through, these examples right here. And just remember, out of all of this, the main takeaway is you want to use your headings to convey the importance of the different topics on your pages. You want to use your headings to convey the importance of the different topics on your pages. And then there's this whole other thing that's out there, the document outlining algorithm, and you got a little sense of that. So as you come across that in the documentation, you can be like, okay, I understand that's out there. It's not really being used right now. I have a little bit of an understanding about how it works. And if it ever is implemented more thoroughly, you know where to come back, which files to look at to understand it more thoroughly. But I think it's good for you to be aware of, because there are a lot of mentions and references to it. All right. So that's it for document outlining. And again, the main takeaway, you already know it. Say it back to me. Come on, say it back to me. There you go. That's perfect. I like the way you said it. Yeah, the use headings H1 through H6 to convey the importance of the different topics on your web pages. So at the end of the day, if you're to strip away the rest of your tags, this is what your web page should be looking like, right? If it's just headings in there, it should really pretty much convey an outline with just headings. And and so that's the main thing you want to go for when you hear about outlining a web document, right? Well, the headings are what does it. And incidentally, there's this document outlining thing that's also out there, which is good to know about. All right, so that's it for document outlining, and I will see you in the next series of videos.